So in a time where just 5, 10 years ago, people thought the Epstein situation was a crazy hoax and conspiracy that people brushed off as being cuckoo. And now what we're seeing is people fanning the flame, especially with the recent events, with Melania Trump talking about it publicly in a rare statement for the first time ever. So we're going to talk about a little bit of this and just what it means for the future and some perspectives on how to look at some of these things. All right, so let's start with the speech itself. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's actually a 6-minute video, and I could, but I don't want to do that. I want to just summarize quickly some of the major bullet points and then also show a small clip at the very end of her speech. So she denies all allegations linking her to Jeffrey Epstein, calling them false and defamatory. And this is in light of a lot of people linking her to Epstein. And she states that she never was friends with Epstein and had no relationship with him or Ghislaine Maxwell. Acknowledges attending some of the same social events due to overlapping social circles in New York and Palm Beach. And this was from many years ago. And clarifies that any communication with Maxwell was casual and insignificant. And emphasizes that she did not meet her husband through Epstein, but independently in 1998. She also says she first encountered Epstein in 2000 at a public event with no prior knowledge of him, and rejects circulating photos and claims online as fabricated and misleading. States that she's not a victim, witness, or subject in any Epstein-related investigations or legal records, and denies ever being on Epstein's plane and visiting his private island, and having any knowledge of his criminal activities. And she affirms she has never been accused or convicted in connection with Epstein's crimes, attributes the allegations to politically motivated and financially driven attacks. And she says that she has taken legal action against false claims, resulting in apologies and retractions from some individuals and organizations. And she states she will continue to defend her reputation through legal means. Now, I just want to play a clip of what she says at the end of her speech.
Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the Congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth. Thank you.
So I want to show a little bit of the end too, as it was a live speech and there were reporters, but she took no questions. Now what's fascinating to me is that we have a classic case of the Streisand effect, which is a phenomenon basically where people attempt to hide or censor or remove information, inadvertently drawing significantly more attention to it. And so what's happening and what's happened over the last year or more is that we've come to a point where Congress, and if this is recent news or old news rather, Congress has allowed the records to be unveiled and unsealed, and this is for many people, and there's millions of documents for people to look through, and that has been the case with people filing and scouring through that. But in the midst of that, there has been misinformation, there has been AI, there's been a lot of stuff, and this is what Melania has been dealing with. But I say this because she's fanning the flame for more attention to come to this. This was hush-hush, this was conspiracy just 10 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, or even before that. And now as more justice is coming, as more or sealed indictments are being unsealed, and we're having this epic thing come forward, those that have been with them and are being exposed will be exposed. Whatever is hidden will come to light. And also those that are falsely accused, all that will be sorted out. And you're going to see defamation. You're going to see a lot of this back and forth, tit for tat, and it's just going to be a crazy battle. And the more that is being the more attention that is being brought to it, or rather the lack of attention for then people to say, hey, look here or don't look here, it's going to get people more and more, the everyday normie, to look at it and give this huge epic kind of finale to it. And so let's see what happens, because as she is saying this, more people more and more people are reporting on it. They're digging into certain things, and it's getting people curious. You're seeing comment sections all over the place on political videos saying, hey, release the Epstein files, or rather, now there's justice. We want more justice, and all this other stuff. So let's see what happens. Want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Your comments down below is very helpful. But again, I think that we're going to see a lot of justice. People are saying, oh, we're seeing nothing's coming out of it. But again, you got to realize that a multifaceted syndicate and racketeering type of craziness behind all of this requires a lot of prosecution, a lot of moving pieces, and then ultimately in such a way it doesn't throw off the investigation or make people balk and just do all these crazy things. So there's a lot of strategy behind it. So I'm seeing progress, and I believe that justice will come forth. So let's see what other things come out of it, but very interesting to see Melania saying something very rare in a public statement and officially posted to the White House social media page. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, if you guys want to support me and my team and all the mission that I'm doing here in Korea as well as other places online, would love your continued support financially and through prayer. The link is down below, givesendgo.com/Christian if you guys want to support me. Also have PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Love you guys. More to come. Talk to you guys very soon.